there. Props you might need for today's class are 2 blocks, a strap or a belt, and a heavy sandbag or heavy pillow, something with some weight. If not, don't worry. Come on to all fours. Place yourself in a right angle. For this, use a block and put it behind your wrist. So your underarm and your wrist is underneath your shoulder, and put it in front of your thigh. So you have a right angle from your wrist, knee, hip, shoulder. And then to make sure your hands are shoulder distance, turn your hands inwardly so that your middle finger touch, and then turn them out again. So you have your hands shoulder wide apart, and you also have a right angle from your hand, shoulder, shoulder. And then start to curl yourself in a cat-cow. You want to make waves, wavy movement. So wave yourself in and out, and you can become a bit faster. You want to make sure you move snaky without any pressure. Just let it be really liquid. And then find your center. Then place your right knee above your left knee, so your legs are crossed and your feet are looking out. Start to make circles with your hips and circle around yourself clockwise. Your feet stay wide apart. If they want to move together, move them out again. And then start to make your circles counterclockwise. You can circle really fast if you tend to move slow, or you can circle slower if you are someone that moves normally really fast. And then tuck your toe under and turn around yourself 360 degrees. Your feet stay exactly where they are. If you didn't get that move, don't worry and just put your left knee over your right knee. Your feet are looking out. Start to make circles again clockwise. You can also change the speed, going fast and slow. And then turn your right hand. So your right fingers are looking back, and you stretch your right wrist. Circle again your hip, and then turn your left wrist. So you also stretch your left. If this is too intense, you can roll up your mat and place the roots of your palms on the mat, so the angle in your wrist get a bit wider. And then circle your hip again, because we don't want things to get stagnant during the winter time. We want to keep the waters in our pelvis moving. We want to stir up things so nothing gets sticky on the ground. And then place your hands again the normal way, so your fingers look forward, your middle finger look at 12 o'clock, and then come into a downward dog. And then fold and unfold, shift your weight forward in a plank and in a down dog, in a plank and in a down dog. Try not to roll your spine, really just fold into the dog and unfold into the plank. And then move your dog, bend your knee and stretch your leg. because that's what dogs do. They move. If a dog doesn't move or he's not able to move, something's not right. Lift your left leg, because dogs are also able to stand on 3 legs, and lift your right leg. You can bend your knee or stretch your knee. You can open your hip or keep your hip closed. And then place your right foot down. And then also you dog can stand on 3 legs. Lift your left hand and place it on your sacrum. And lift your right hand and place it on your sacrum. You want to push your sit bones back and up from your left hand. And then place your right hand down. If you have a blocked hand, place it underneath your thighs if you go into a plank forward, and then you shift from a down dog into an upward facing dog. And you can always, when you come into the upward facing dog, you can place your thighs onto the block. A lot of us tend to collapse in an upward facing dog, and this is a great boundary to not go too deep. And put the block aside, come into a dog and step your right foot forward into a lunge position, low lunge. Grab a strap or a belt if you have one and place it around your right thigh and your back. You can put the belt a bit higher on your back than I have here in the video. If you don't have a strap, don't worry, just keep your rib cage and your right thigh close together. And then just shift your weight forward and back. Half split, low lunge, half split, low lunge. Always when you come into the low lunge, you want to make sure your knee is above your ankle. Keep your hips back in this half split Ardha Hanumanasana. Stay on your fingertips or grab the blocks and place them left and right of your mat. So you shape a V shape or a triangle from your left wrist to your sternum to your right wrist. Your vision is forward. And then come forward in a low lunge and place your armpit into your knee. So you have a good fit and you can stir around. You want to give your lymph a good massage in your right armpit. You really go deep, so it might feel intense. And then release the strap around your thigh and step back into a down dog and step directly forward, your left foot in a low lunge. Make sure your left foot is underneath your right knee, your left knee. And then strap yourself in again and shift back and forward. You can use the blocks as well here, so you have a bit more height and your vision want to go forward. You always want to see what's in front. Move your hip, fold and unfold, and you always want to keep your left foot pulling backward, so you have this right angle in the left ankle, and then stay back in this Ardha Hanumanasana. Make sure your ribs and rib cage and your left thigh stay close together. You can measure out a right angle if you put the left heel of your hand to the left heel of your foot, and then place the knee into your left armpit. So you really want to go in there and steer it around, steer all the waters in the lymph, and also you can steer your hip if you want and turn your hip a little. And then release the strap, place your hands onto the mat and step back in a down dog. Walk your hands and feet together. Your feet are hip distance apart. And then fold from your hip into this hang. You can grab the opposite elbow and really drop your upper body down toward the ground. Grab your heels with your hands, so you step your heels into your palm. Bend your knees so your knees are in your armpit. You have a good connection, and then you can shift forward and back and feel how it feels much lighter if you go toward the toe than if you are in the back of your heel. And then stay forward, like more weight in the balls of the feet, and then start to squat in this position. Your butt sinks to the heel and you push it up. You let it drop and you push it up. Breathe in the squat, breathe out in the fold. In the squat and out in the fold. And then release your hands from the heels and place them underneath the soles of your feet, so you step onto your palms. The middle finger is in the middle of your heel. Fold in the elbows, pulling outward, and your forehead toward your shin. Release your hands and interlace your fingers till the webbing and put them underneath your feet, so you come in another perfect fit. You place the heels or the arches of your feet onto the back of your hands and your fingers, and then fold in again. Keep a bend in your knee. And then you can start to squat also in this position. So bend your knee and straighten your knee. Not really straight, but sit down toward your heel and put your butt up toward the ceiling. Repeat it in your own speed. Up and down, in and out. One last time, put your butt up. Step down from your hands and wiggle them behind your butt, so your hands are eventually behind your back. And then come into this fold and really pull your hands together. So the palms of your hands, they pull together. They're close connected. They have a communication. And then pull them up toward the sky, not down to the ground, up to the sky or up to the ceiling. Let your head hang heavy, and then slowly release your hand. Place them on the ground and sit down in a squat or in a malasana. You can place a blanket underneath your heels if it's more comfortable, or even something higher, blocks or books. And then let the breath move through you. Maybe feel a little tingle in your fingertips. Stay connected to your body, to your breath. Have a conversation. And sit back on your bum. Place your feet in front of you. Stay on a blanket if you have one. It's nice if your pelvis is a bit on a downhill slope. And then grab your belt or your strap if you have one and strap yourself in. So you strap your upper body, your rib cage onto your thighs. And then really bend your knee and keep them close to you. And then place your armpits into your knees. And then when you have that connection of the rib cage to the thighs and the armpit in the knee, or the knee in the armpit, and then step your feet forward in a forward bend or Paschimottanasana. Grab the outer edges of your feet and pull them back a bit. Place your forehead on a block so you can relax your neck and your spine. And if you have a sandbag or a heavy pillow, place it somewhere on your back. Feel the heaviness of the sandbag or this pillow or blanket, whatever. Let the shell, the hard side, strong side of your body become softer. Breathe into the connection from your lungs to your thighs. Let the space in your back around your kidneys become buoyancy, soft, wide. Connect your hearing with your breathing, so you hear the in and the exhalation, the sound of the ocean, the oceanic breath, the tides moving in and out. The ears, the portal to your kidneys, element of water. And then slowly, slowly release out of this position. Release the weight from your back, release the strap from around yourself, and come out of the position with a straight back. Give yourself a shake if you need one. And then slowly, slowly make your way into a seat. On your heels, on a chair, cross-legged, whatever is comfortable for you. Close your eyes and find your center line. From the baby soft spot of your head down your spine, through your pelvic floor, plug in to the earth, and then start to loop around yourself, cocoon yourself in. Breathe in, let the fire and its heat rising behind you hold at the top above you. Breathe out, let the water, rain descending in front of you hold at the bottom, the pulse. Breathe in, let the heat of the fire rising behind you hold at the top. Breathe out, let water descend in front of you, the empty pause beneath you. Breathe in, effort is rising. Breathe out, grace descends. Let go of your breath, let it move freely. And then start to rub your palms on each other with high speed, create heat, and then bring the heat, your palms in front of your face, keep your eyes closed, receive the heat through your eyeballs, your eye socket, and then open your eyes into the darkness of your palms. And let your hands sink look out into your day with a smile.